So I was asked what happens if you put a capacitor across the output of the frequency generator and measure the current through it. So I've got a 100 nanofarad capacitor over here, right over there, which I've got set up, trying to not obscure the scope here, measuring the current through to the CT 1000 to 1 with a 1000 ohm resistor. So currently we've got 500 Hertz going through the capacitor. As you can see on the yellow trace, you got your voltage, and blue is your current, so not much current is flowing at that frequency. So let's bring up the frequency. Watch what happens to the current. There you go. So now we are at 13 kilohertz. So now if I look at the current, that's 50 millivolts, so that's 50 milliamps, which is flowing through that capacitor over there at that frequency. So if I increase it even further, I have to reduce the trigger a bit. You can see the current come up even further. We've gone up to just over 60 milliamps there. That's at 22 kilohertz. We are starting to attenuate the output of the signal generator a little bit with the current. You can see the voltage coming down. If I play with the voltage, no, I've got to set the trigger down. If I play with the voltage, you can see the current changes correspondingly. So there we have it. So that's how the impedance of a capacitor changes in response to frequency. Blue comes up. Like so. And there we have it. Very clear demonstration. You can see the capacitor resists change in voltage by drawing current. So let's look at that's what a triangle wave does. Square wave. Let's set that down a bit, because we're drawing quite a bit of current as the voltage comes up, and you can see the effect on the output of the signal generator. It's drawing quite a bit of current on the output, and finally as the voltage gets to the top, the current through the capacitor tapers off, and the voltage then goes flat again. Let's turn the frequency down and see what it does. There we have it. There you can see just a brief pulse in the current as the voltage out of the frequency generator comes up. Then thereafter no current flows through the capacitor because it's charged. Like so. Oh, so that's how it moves the screen across. I'm still learning the scope. Nice bit of kit. I'm very happy with this Rigol. In about a year or two's time I'll have had enough experience with it to be able to do a review with it. But so far I'm very happy with it. And of course what's nice is it's a storage scope. So I can stop that, and one can go. I can zoom in after the fact and have a look at what was happening. So that's quite nice with the storage scope. You can stop your roll of your trace. You can zoom out on the voltage like that, and you can really go in and see what was happening at a specific moment in time, and really zoom in like that. Very, very neat bit of kit. Yeah. Anyhow, that was a talk on capacitors. Let me get a clip lead. Let's see if we can find a clip lead here. Let's do that. Let's take our inductor. And put it. What we want to do is have a look at the voltage across the inductor and the capacitor when we connect them in series like this. So now we ought to have created a series resonance circuit. Which you can see we have. There you can see the resonance happening over there. As I turn up the frequency, that's current. Select the voltage. Bring that down a little bit. We can always play with it on the signal generator to compensate. Let's get it to trigger. Yeah, that's interesting what happens when you connect the two in series. You get that ring that happens like that. Now I'm going to connect them in parallel. Let's see what happens. So we're going back to that. Let's go back. Yeah, let's go for a sine wave. Find another clip lead. So now we're going to take our inductor. Connect one clip lead like that. Another one like that. Let's see, where are we? Currently we are not triggering. Let's go to our trigger menu, select auto trigger. So Then we can just see a waveform for now. So that's the current. So as we can see, our inductor at this frequency is pretty much just a straight piece of copper. Let's turn up the frequency. Let's go here. Make that go away. Remove. Yes. Okay, now we can see our scope, our cursor. Ooh. Okay, the voltage really came up there. So at some point this thing is going to go into resonance. So what we want to do is find that point of resonance by looking at the current flowing through between the capacitor and the inductor. What did I do? Okay, that's not going to work. There's my problem. I had it shorted out. Silly me. But this is actually more interesting anyway. So what I'm going to do, poke this through there. And we should see the current come up as we go into resonance. Turn that up. Turn that one up. Not too much. That was too much. Okay, so we've got to slow it down even more. So what we're looking for is a point where our current becomes maximum and therefore voltage becomes maximum. Yeah, so we want to be across them. Let's see if we can find that point where the This slot goes into resonance. We are watching the current. So there we kind of at maximum current, so that would be 80 milliamps flowing through the inductor. It's warming gently, and that's 1 kilohertz. Where that's happening, where it's going into resonance. So that's what's called an LC tank circuit. So we've got a capacitor and an inductor in parallel, and they will resonate at a certain frequency. We're injecting energy with a frequency generator at the resonant frequency to keep it going, because there's obviously IR losses in our inductor over here, which gets rid of that energy that you're putting into it. What sort of voltage have we got? We got 4 volts. And when you change the voltage changes. Like that. So yeah, this ended up getting once again towards a longer video, quite substantially, but it's interesting stuff. Once again, we're demonstrating some stuff. It was supposed to be just current through a capacitor with frequency, and we've ended up at this, which is always nice. Always makes for good content and learning stuff and learning how to use a scope and what to do and what not to do. Let's try a different inductor. Let's try a smaller value. This is a 1 millihenry. Let's see what happens here. So there we should see on that you have to calculate the resonant frequency between the inductor and the capacitor. Let's go really fast and see what's happening. Let's keep going. Now turn that down. Then it's 6 volts. the impedance of the capacitor is just basically at that point stopping the thing like that. So that's what happens if you just keep going with the frequency. Your capacitor becomes very low impedance, or in layman's terms, resistance. What is also happening is my inductor my CT over here is probably not keeping up at those sort of speeds. We're going a bit fast for the CT. We've got to remember that that's a piece of iron, and there's it can also only work within a certain speed, but it's quite fast. It is reasonably fast. How fast are we here? We're at 2.2 kilohertz. Let's bring that voltage down. Yeah, that's 6 kilohertz. Now CT is still working quite nicely. You can see the phase shift between the voltage and the current. Yeah, fun times, love it. This has probably gone off track, and I've lost most of you by this point. I'm just rambling on, and that's alright, we're having fun. The other thing you might notice is all the shorts are gone off my channel. I've decided to can it. This is a learning channel. These are longer format videos, so therefore I make my videos for people that are going to hang around and enjoy the content. So the shorts are gone as of today. Only these long videos. We're going to concentrate on that. Yeah. That's the future of the channel. The shorts are not contributing to it, so they're gone. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Ladies and gentlemen, have an awesome day further. Take care. Hope you enjoyed it. It was interesting, one way or another. Take care. I'll see you next time. Cheers.